Hello, YouTube. I think we're good. So there's sometimes when it starts up, for some reason OBS is like, overloading the recording, and then it's like, nah, bitch, I'm lying. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so, what was my plan? Now that we can fly and everything. I guess let's grab the next quest. The next quest is in here, right? But I don't know if we're gonna actually do it. Because I think we need to ease off and do some side stuff. Did I talk to you? The nerve of some petitioners, engaging us as if we were a band of common mercenaries. I should be glad to refuse them all without second thought. Because I'm going to go through and be like, okay, this is level 47, 48, 47, and that way we can go through and do certain things, and like do them for another class. We still should be able to get plenty of levels for other things. Believe me, I'm quite eager to resume active duties and redeem my good name, but I have not forgotten that similar sentiments nearly led me to my doom once before. I will not question the wisdom of the Beldesian colleagues. They bid me rest, and so I shall. It's good to have you back, bud. In bringing the struggle against the Empire to a decisive end, the nations of Eorzea spend much of their military strength. I fear the beast tribes have caught scent of this temporary weakness, and will give us scant leave to rest. A hero's work is never done, Lily. So much has happened in this place. If the walls could talk, such tales they would be able to tell. Just when we dare to believe that peace had arrived, another primal awakens. I say, has there ever been rest for the weary? Should have done something done in... Okay, that's the same I think as before. And I just have the potions and such. I actually have high potions. I just don't have them. What are these? Oh, those are just a potion. That's not even a high potion. Okay, why don't I have the high potion selected there? It must not be the me. Wait. Wrong buttons. I know high potions aren't what I normally have there, but I don't think it's just regular potions I have there either. Anyway. I just want to see if there's any extra dialogue to see. Because that's something I probably did my first playthrough, but I might not have done it all. So I might be seeing shit like with, who was it? The guy that died because she didn't heal him good enough. I can't think of his name now. I never saw him before. Reoccurring problem, which I think that might be something we're required to do as well, but let's check the main quest. We're gonna get to a point where we have to do some hard mode dungeons. And I think for the sake of doing them, I will do them on screen, at least some of them. But I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do them all on screen. Because some of them are like more side content or like the same fight, just harder. And they require other people, and yeah, so we'll see. The price of principles. Lily? It pleases me to see you well. Do you excuse me for interrupting, Lily? My lady, the gentleman from Ashkana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius Ben Balsiar, and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he wanted us to resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seven Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this is to be true. And yet if accepting these offers of the patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I do not mean to burden you so. Nah, you're okay. Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions in this matter. Let's go speak to everybody. I forgot we speak to them too for this. We know where everybody is. They're all sitting around the table over here. Either sitting or standing. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Lily. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Recall you are meeting with the Admiral, shortly after the Lamintians sent word of the summoning of Titan. Mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto the Admiral that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded. That we had been called to intervene in the conflict, which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Laminsians to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their action and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles. Neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to the people that our legions need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Udal now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalymo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? What about you, Aranje? 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the one to meet them. This scared charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortunes so finite. Alpino, your turn. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent Minfilia. I don't know how. I don't know if I've ever heard that said. Come along, Lily. Alphino? Lily? Is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The signs of the seventh dawn must leave Udal. We must do what? So long as we remain within Udalian territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause. Which is why it and others' favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Udal is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Udal and her people over the years. But I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Udal is our home. Alphino, to cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much we are as much your family as. That will be all, Alphino. I'm sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I cannot very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Looking Sherry. Neva. Udall. Has it truly come to this? Oh, Lily. Pray attend to Alphino. He is engaged in some business or other, and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphino waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Also, let's grab this other one. Amphilia has needs of your talents for an emerging and primal problem. I know you have scared to have a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there still is work to do. The Ultima Weapon's destruction, it would seem, has served to embolden the beast men who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Eorzea, the Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites. And that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something? Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the Ultima Weapons maiden appearance. You remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs to turn to us once more. To thee. The etheric waves that we observed in Mordana do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Lily? Yeah, you got it. You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Lily. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures had left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead, I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministration, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. I'm just glad you're back. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matters of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Eorzea has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. I know at some point you have to do all 3 of them on hard mode before you can progress the main story. So that actually is a required thing, even though it's not a main story. I can't remember what relevance to do it, but I know it is. So let's go and get the first one, because you have to come back here and do each one individually anyway. I might not do it. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beast man, we are one to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Eorzea, who may have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. Ifrit bleeds. We can kill it. Confirmation has just arrived from the immortal flames. 'Tis as Eorzea said, I fear. The Eorzea have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldesion insisted that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everyone's sake I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be useful to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Afano. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Philemon, I forget how you say this. Philemon was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of the doll. She was a performer of singular talent, and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth. But as her absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that she is alive and well. One of our informants, by the priest dude, has sent word that a woman matching the songster's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lonasia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Jijiruji as to the veracity of these rumors. Okay, so we have technically 3 locations I want to go through it. Oh, whoops, wrong way. My bad. Sorry, Vinphilly, I didn't mean to, weasel into your office again at the moment. I wanted to exit. I wasn't reading the text, I just thought I was facing the right way. My bad. So we got a lot of random shit to do now. I also don't remember if these... I see we have a bunch of shit here. I don't want to do the weapons with... What is this one? Is this dungeon? It's an adventure. Braving new depths. That might just be another dungeon. Wait for gold. That's probably Urumbal. Vale or whatever. We should pick some of these up just so we can unlock them. I'm trying not to pick up too many because we're gonna be doing the other ones though. See, you can only have I don't know if I went over this. I don't even know. Where's my journal? You can only have 30 active quests at a time, and then you have to get rid of them. So I'm trying to specifically only pick up quests that I'm gonna complete. And in some cases, like hard dungeons, because of how I play, I don't finish them. And in doing so, I just have them sitting there. And since we're gonna be going through a bunch of like side quests and stuff, moving forward and whatnot, so this is a level 10 one and stuff that we're gonna go ahead and do at some point. Let's see. We should... Slim's the right, yeah. So we need to... Let's go to Udal first. Because once we teleport to other places, we won't be in Udal anymore, and it'll cost more to teleport here. Again, not that the money is that expensive. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, chicken egg. This is what I was talking about. These are level 50, item level 130. They're based on things. This is, I forget if there's more than one. I think this is just all of the different things you can get, but yeah. You can see what this looks like. Really doesn't matter. You can get it if you want. But this is where you use the stuff you get from the dungeon. And you can pick based on like certain things here. Physical range. Yeah, that's your choice there. Rise and fall of adjustment. Okay, so I was level 50. Anyway, what we want is over here. The key will be over here. Hey, Swift. Lily, we have you... I love how that person does the same shit that I used to do all the time. The way they come into this place. Lily, we thank you for coming. The Flame General will be heartened to hear that you have answered the call. As we have already relayed to the Waking Sands, Ifrit is returned. For the sake of peace in the region, we humbly request that you vanquish him. The primal is to be found in his domain, the Bowl of Embers. To get there, you must use the Beastman Ethereite found within the depths of Zaharak, the Amalja stronghold. The Amalja have constructed their own Ethernet from salvaged Ethernet or Etherite shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without problem. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions, but the present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with any fewer than 7 of your stoutest comrades would be ill-advised. That is all the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hands. I shall pray for your victory and safe return. What do you have here? Oh, this is also something we want to pick up. Yours is a welcome face, Lily. I have a task for which one of your impeccable record would be well suited, though perhaps campaign would be more fitting description, given the sheer commitment this mission demands. As you are well aware, the inhabitants of Thanalan have long suffered the hostilities of the Imalja. The Lizardmen have been quiet for a time, chastened by your victory over the Primal Ifrit. But once again, the Beastmen stir. There have been a resurgence in kidnappings, and in greater numbers than before. Matters have grown so far out of hand that the local garrisons have petitioned us for reinforcements. That is why I wish you to lead an extended action against the Umaja and put a stop to these raids. Report to Commander Giselbert, head of security in Little Alamigo, and he will brief you on the details of your duty. What I was saying is what I always used to do is when you teleport here, you start there, and I would just turn, and you literally just go up here, and you can get straight into the Grand Company. Okay. We'll eventually go about getting the other corkscrew. Okay. Killer Instinct, I need to be 70. That's the Monk one. The Black Mage one. Okay, so we're good to leave here. Let's... This actually, I think, is in Little Alamigo too, isn't it? Yeah, so both of these are in... Let's continue this. We won't actually fight Ifrit because it's not going to be a duty support. It's going to be a duty finder, and I just don't feel like. Let's be real. I just don't feel like playing with other people at the moment while we have other stuff to get done. Plus, we'll have to wait for the queue, and the queue can range. But anyway, Commander Swift said he'd assign someone to assist with our growing Beastman problem. Glad to see the urgency of our situation is being taken seriously. Now, as I'm sure the commander explained, the Amalja activity in the region has grown almost frenzied. Seems like the Lizardmen are determined to carry off every peddler and traveler that tries to pass through southern Thanalan. And I'm not speaking of furtive nighttime raids here. The bastards are striking in full daylight, even against escorted merchant caravans. We've heard reports of raids as far as south as Segolia Desert. So it's not a simple matter of increasing patrols on the roads into Little Alamigo. We must mount a decisive response, and soon, the next time the Eorzea appear, I want you ready to send them howling back into the desert. Not long before you arrived, in fact, our scouts reported a merchant resting in plain view on one of the trade routes. Make haste to the location I marked on your map, and see that fool isn't taken by a raiding party. And now you get to see what I was talking about early on. When you're here, I'm pretty sure... Oh, maybe this isn't the place. But you do get to see... Oh, it might be in the other places that you can just go up. But either way, you can just fly around. And it goes so much faster than your speed. To my understanding, from what I've gathered when I was talking to somebody when I first started playing, and this could be wrong, I'm assuming it's not. Is it travel? Mount speed. Okay. So you see here, this whole thing about mount speed. So, you can increase your mount speed in areas. Oh, they actually show you the name of the places you haven't been yet here. Whoops. Is this? Oh, they do. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, but anyway, you can have a mount speed. However, when you're flying, the mount speed is at max, according to what a friend said. So getting the mount speed increase doesn't increase your flying speed, is what I've heard. I don't know if that's true. I assume it is, just because of who said it is somebody that's played for long, like for most of the years the game was around or some shit like that. So like, maybe even the original incarnation, I'm not sure. Wait for ambushes to reveal themselves. I'm on it. I'm waiting. This is a completely side thing, but this is a very good one to get unlocked as soon as possible. And I'll tell you why when we finish it. Get fucked. Overconfident fools! You think your raids here go unnoticed? What treachery is this? You are of the Brotherhood of Ash? We are. Though we number but few, we shall be your death this day. Get him! Get him! Traitorous heathens, your victory will come at a price. Yo! Attacking when the enemy's back is turned, your ancestors return in their grave. She's cool. That's how my character. That's what I get from my expression of my character. That was cool. A soldier's life is one of peril, and the first rule of war is to understand the mind of your enemy, as well as your own. Your presence is noted here, adventurer, but this is our battle. You need not become involved. I am Humaji Ga, and I lead the Brotherhood of Ash. We are what remain now that the all-consuming flames have reduced the rest of my people to unthinking zealots. You interest me, child of Eorzea. Be it fortune or fate, I would not ignore the forces that sought to bring us together. I extend to you an invitation to join us at the Ring of Ash. I'm thinking about it because it's been a while. So, I don't know if I went over this, but you can go through here, and instead of just teleporting, you can save to history is what it's called. And I think there's a way to see. There might be, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a way to sort your save to history, but either way, when you're scrolling through, you see the little like pin, and you can be like, oh, this is a special place. I usually pin these for this specific thing of what we're about to encounter. Hello. Welcome to the Ring of Ash adventure. This place serves as home for our humble gatherings of soldiers. My brothers and I ever seek to hone our martial prowess and honor the blood of our ancestors. We keep to the old ways of the desert nomad and of the warrior. To those who are worthy, we show the proper respect regardless of origin. Your aura, it carries the reek of brimstone. Could you be the one of the champions said to have laid low the Lord of the Inferno? Yeah, I did. Then I would have you understand the curse that has befallen our fanatic brethren. They have forgotten the code that governs our people, the glory that comes with a warrior's death. They spirit away the weak and the feeble, and offer them up in exchange for the barbed blessings of a horary? I don't know how to say that. And then slightly trying to phrase that is definitely coming out a very different way than what I know it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna just, leave that be. Day after day, I witnessed the shameful acts of my kin. Honor of the Eorzea, a faded, paltry thing, no longer driven by the righteous fortunes of battle. It is these kidnappings that must most stoke the flames of my fury. Why, the victims often bear no arms at all. What triumph can be found in such cowardly attacks? We are hunters, my brothers and I, and the fallen Eorzea who huddle in Zanarak are prey. If you share my outrage, then I bid you join us in our kin war. No, I will not accept this pretender. I hate to tell you, you're not an Eorzea either, buddy. You claim to be one of the heroes that felled Ifrit. I've cut down a dozen men who boasted that feat. More likely you slew a guttering fire sprite and convinced yourself as the king of the seventh hell. I did not ask for your counsel, Lunaga. I, and I alone, make this decision for the Brotherhood. Then you better not stray into the path of my arrows, adventurer. We have too many enemies for me to waste ammunition on puffed-up heroes like you. Forgive this interruption. I shall vouch for the authenticity of your claim. Only one who has faced the defeated Ifrit could have the scent that you do. Past glories, however, will not impress my soldiers. Prove yourself through your actions. and you might find your reception here improved. Our foes are the Eorzea of Zenarak. We shall break the fangs that feast on the helpless. Our target is clear, and our resolve unshakable. Brotherhood of Ash. This is actually like a little side thing. So it's a few quests, but you're gonna see what I mean by why it should be unlocked early, very quickly here. We, the Eorzea, were once simple nomads who roamed the vast plains of Pagaflinthian? I don't know how to say that. Maybe it's like Pagilthin, maybe? I don't know. If any sought to impede our path, we relished the challenge to our skill at arms. For as long as our people have existed, it has been the tradition for aging warriors to make the pilgrimage to the holy land of Zenarak, and there confront the specter of death. It is an honor to cast one's time-tempered soul into the sacred flames and return one's body to ash. But these craven whelps of Zenarak quaver before death's inevitability. They seek not to fortify their spirits, instead groveling before a deity for the strength they do not deserve. I have not the words to express my disgust for the manner of this groveling, this subjugation of the meek by contemptuous weaklings. The path to true greatness lies only in conquering those greater than oneself, and in the doing, attaining mastery over one's own failings. War leader, there's trouble. The flame fangs have scented fresh prey. We must sound the call to arms. It seems you shall have the chance to prove your talents, adventurer. Show the Brotherhood of your unbending steel. Lunaga. Your wish, war leader. This warrior is known by the name of Lunaga. Though her form may be Mikote, her soul harbors a raging blaze to match that of any Eorzea soldier. We the Brotherhood know only the struggle for material perfection, tribe, clan, gender. These details matter not. Martial perfection. That's what it was. Why did I say material? Lunaga, you will accompany our newest ally in battle. What? Why choose me for this task? Surely there are others more fitting. Some hatchling in training, perhaps? Enough! I grow weary of your insolence. Shall I have my blade answer your mewling? No, war leader. It shall be as you command. Now we shall see you for the charlatan you are. Meet me at the spot on your map. I pray your screams are short-lived. Bro, is she gonna stab me in the back? Like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck's going on there? But somebody's doing the fake. I was like, why is there randomly fights going on over here? So, if I've always been this way, if you like aim forward or aim up, that's how you fly. It's wherever your camera's looking, you'll go straight towards it. But my ass always looks down to see, and then I just compensated by raising up like this. Because the reality of the situation is, you can either go up or down with, on controller at least, I don't know what it is with PC obviously, with triangle or circle. It's literally just up or down. You can also, if you summon a mount when you're in the air, like if you hit the summon the mount button, you'll drop to the ground immediately. And obviously, if you summon again, you just get rid of it. Oh gods, save me! Save me! Where have you been? I've already felled the forward scout. See the markings we most certainly faced. Flame fangs. Take up your position and keep your weapon ready. The rest will soon be upon us. Waiting. Oh wait. Interrupt it. I forgot. I have Stitch. I have a lot of things here now. I had to like organize that at some point. I'll do that like off camera and then like mention it. It is technically an earlier quest, so the weaker enemies right now. Phew, you made short work of those raiders. I don't know who you are or where you came from, but you have my thanks. I'd heard the Eorzea were snatching folk from the trade routes again, but I thought that was just my rivals trying to scare me out of business. For all, the roads had been safe enough until now. I'll have to hire a guard or two for the next time I pass through here. Damn beastmen. Sellsword's wages do so eat into a man's profits. I expect you to die here. Come now, we return to the Ring of Ash. I like how the characters just walk off and then vanish. But they walk off like in the walls half the time. Like that. Like, she walked into a bush and vanished. But she didn't even like teleport away like she used in Ether Riders. No, she just walked into the wall. You could also, just like you're walking, you can set it to auto do. Now all I'm doing is changing the camera. I'm not actually doing like the directional. I mean, now I am, but Unaga. You're no hatchling in battle, that much is obvious. But do not think me so easily impressed. There's yet the question of your resolve. The Brotherhood of Ash is a conclave of elite warriors under the command of Humajiga. We waged a war of attrition against the zealots of Zenarak. Those fallen Eorzea build altars and pitch camps wherever they please, convincing themselves they are the masters of the Holy Land. It must feel brave indeed to challenge none but the weak and undefended. Recall the raiders you but recently faced. They were members of the Flame Fangs, a faction among the Zenarak Eorzea that, more than any other, delights in kidnappings. Naturally, they also draw the most air of the Brotherhood. It is our mission to see their ambitions ground into dust and their leaders slain. Indeed, it is the duty of all who would call themselves true Eorzea warriors. Now, a warning. Do not seek to meddle too deeply in our affairs. This war is not some distraction to be dabbled in by outsiders such as you. You think my words unconvincing. You think that I, too, am no Eorzea. To the seven hells with what you think. Go make your report to Hamu Umaji? I don't know how you say that. Da. Before he has to find himself a new pet adventure. Honored ally, news of your battle has spread through the camp. By all accounts, you fought with uncanny ability. None may now doubt that yours was the hand that slew a raging god. If our cause rings true in your heart, then I would further welcome your aid. Will you unleash your fury alongside the soldiers of the Brotherhood? I will. Let the zealots fear our coming. I cannot join my cause to yours. I will. Let the zealots fear our coming. Well said. Yours is a true warrior's heart. Literally, I'm a warrior class. Makes sense. Though we differ in many ways, the foe that we would topple is the same. Let us vow death to the flame fangs. Theirs is a fire that cannot be suffered to burn. Now have we, Yes, we have. Society quest unlocked. You have achieved neutral reputation with the Brotherhood of Ash. Amalja Society quests are now available from Fibabuga at the Ring of Ash. However you say that name. Furthermore, you may now purchase wares from the Brotherhood of Ash, a vendor. That's I'll get to all this. So, that's something that shows here. So, A Realm Reborn has 5 tribes. I know they're called Society, but they're like literally say tribe quests later on or somewhere. I don't know where, but I know I see it say tribe quest. But these are daily quests. So now I think the timers. Yes. Next ally is daily. It doesn't tell you when they reset, but you can only do 12. And I think it's 3 quests. I think it's 3 quests per tribe. So you can't do all the tribes every day. So it's good to like already have some of the tribes unlocked and start doing these missions. Because it actually, I think it takes like a couple weeks to get through the tribe if you're doing them every day, single day. I don't remember for sure. It's been a while. I didn't unlock these until late. Like I was in the 2nd expansion before I unlocked these and started doing them daily. And then I found out, oh shit, they're daily. And some of the stuff is actually very useful. I don't know if we see it. I don't think we see it. Obviously, there's stuff like that. Let's see. Title currency. Is there? Yeah, this is it. So when you do these missions, you get what up there, as you see the like symbol, and you can get certain things. This is also how you can get ventures every day as well. You can trade them in. This is also how you get some dyes. And I don't remember, but I think some of this stuff or either some stuff unlocks or more stuff unlocks as you level up. And I think like some of the best like green dye is from another tribe, and I forget what were the colors here actually of dyes. Purple and blue, so purple and blue are the best dyes probably here. Oh, there's yellow here too though. But yeah, either way, there's a bunch of random stuff, and there's like furnishings. I know for a fact there's more stuff that unlocks at certain points. And I will spoil one thing. Each tribe, as far as I can see, gives you a mount when you max them out. Well, it doesn't give you. I think you have to buy it with the currency, but it's been a while. Maybe it's just maxing out. But this tribe is this mount. So you can actually get one of these if you max out this tribe. Now, to do that, you literally do these quests every day. And oh, I think that's another thing. I think as you level up, there's a second or third person that you can get quests from, and then you can do like 6 in one. But to start, you can only do 3 in each. So you can kind of like focus one really hard if you want to, once you have it leveled a little bit. So let's go ahead and get these. But yeah, see, this gives you adventure, it gives you some of the poetics, and it gives you 10 relations. Only 10. So you need a lot. This takes what, 5? Then this will be 5 days to level up once here. So I won't be able to level up the Eorzea until 5 days. But this also gives you experience, and it's based, if I remember right, these are based on a level 2, so like, these maybe not, I don't remember if these are, for sure. I think the later ones are, in the expansions. But this is based on like certain levels, so like you can actually do these like early on, and you can level up other combat classes, because this is actually how I was leveling up other combat classes on my main character in the other homeworld when I played very consistently in daily and everything. Did all my dailies every single day. This is how I was leveling up other classes. I was literally doing all of these on a subclass of mine, like not the main one. So this is another reason I want to unlock these. There are different ones, so they are slightly different things, but for the most part I think there's a series of like 6 per character, and they randomize which ones it is each day. So probably what I will do is I will only record the first time doing these, and then I will do these on my own time every day, so we can progress these, and only then show the main quests, because each time you level the tribe, you get another quest with that guy. So like I'll level it up and then do that quest on screen, but not do these. This is another thing what I was saying, because if you do all of these every day, I think I vaguely hinted at this, but you can get 12 of these a day. I don't know if the later ones have higher like stuff, I forget, but at minimum you can get 12 ventures a day if you have at least the ability to do all 12 each day. And then you have your ventures for free to do the retainers. So there's a lot of like daily stuff to do if you want to do this kind of stuff. And I've actually, like I said, my main character, my highest level, actually has all of A Realm Reborn tribes maxed out. After that, I slowed down on leveling them, so I don't know what all of my other... I think I have some of them maxed in Heaven's Ward and some of them maxed in Stormblood. I did them based on like what I wanted, because I wanted like a mount from Stormblood, so I think I maxed them in Stormblood before I ever maxed in Heaven's Ward. So it really does just depend on what you're going to put in. But we're going to do these 3, and then like I said, I probably won't do them again on screen until we hit the actual like level up quest. But anyway, the zealotry of Ifrit's devotees knows no bounds. They penetrate all manner of foolish and honorless acts in the name of calling forth the Lord of the Inferno. It is fortunate, then, that our counter strategies are many and varied. We need only read the ashes to divine the most promising tactic before marching off to do battle with our foes. Our divinations, however, require a goodly supply of iron tortoise shells. We also require a store of fire sprite cores, for no ordinary fire will otherwise burn hot enough to consume the natural armor of those shambling hills. Honored ally, would you aid the hunt for iron tortoise and wild fire sprites, and gather the materials for our rituals? These adversaries should prove sufficiently worthy to maintain your warrior's edge, while you await more momentous engagements. You should just, if you're gonna do them, you should just pick them all. Because they're usually roughly in the same kind of areas, and if they're not, you return them all to him, so you can just go out, complete them all, and then come back. Be thy 10,000 strong, the mewling whelps of Zenar could not stand before us without the invigorating strength of their deity's flames. They carefully capture the Lord of Inferno's searing exhalations and harness them for their unholy rites. Somebody just flew by. The god-touched fires are then spun within towering altars, which radiate Ifrit's blessings upon all within reach. These flaming beacons must be destroyed. The Brotherhood of Ash will take from our vile kin every symbol of their undeserved strength. Entrust this task to you, honored ally. I entrust this task to you. But be forewarned, the sentinels that guard these beacons stand closest to the source of their power, and will prove to be the most fierce adversaries. Losing one's tempered. Honored ally, the Brotherhood of Ash has toiled to create a new weapon to use against our enemies. Bone ash imbued with spiritual energy by the sacred chants of our mystics. It is our hope that the purifying properties of the ash will serve to cleanse the temper of Ifrit's malign influence. Malign influence? This remedy has, however, yet to be tested. It is with bitter fortune, then, that we learned of a raid to the south. It seems that a hunting party from Forgotten Springs was ambushed by a superior force and dragged before the Lord of Inferno for tempering. I ask that you locate those unfortunate Mikote and sprinkle upon each a pinch of the ash. Be sure to pacify the rangers sufficiently first, otherwise our unwilling subject will simply shake off the ash before it has time to take effect. While I say do these really quickly to like unlock them, I also will say it definitely benefits to be able to fly already. That way you can just fly to them. Tempering ground. I used to wonder like, well, would they just kill it? But they get to a point where you can't actually kill them. They just drop down to 1. You can do it, but I forget if you can do it before this to do like that. Lord Ifrit, your servant Need you. This way. We dealt with one. But yeah, that's what all of these are. They are literally just to go there, do the fights, end the fights. I'm gonna point out something else in a bit. But overall, they're not really relevant to do them, in my opinion, on like screen. Because a lot of these are exactly that. They're just do this, get it done, go back, turn it in. There's a little more lore, obviously, about like how the tribe is and whatnot, because of how they react to you and stuff, or what they do, like trying to fix them. What is this strange sorcery? But like overall, there's this is something that I think would take too much time in the videos to actually bother with doing them on screen. And I won't be able to record every day. I'll be able to play every day, so like, yeah. Ah, it burns! See, there's a yellow dot over here, so that tells you where your target is. Two of them are done. See what I mean though about them being like relatively quick too? It's kind of what they are. The tortoise is up here. As soon as we get this tortoise, that one's done, and then we can go turn him in. I think once you level up, because it costs more, the higher quests give more relation, if I remember right. Actually, I haven't done any of the tribe quests on my characters on goblins. This is the first time I've been dabbling back into it, just because they are a bit time consuming. Now, as you see, we're at 0 out of 150. You have the materials for the combination. Here you go. Yes, these treasures of Thanalan will be put to good use. Our mystics will be well pleased with your contributions. These prophetic rituals were once traditional among all Eorzea, but the old ways are being forgotten. Once the omens have been scryed and our battle path decided, we shall find further need for your assistant, adventurer. Reputation. Will improve your reputation. Yeah. Decided to deal in wares found nowhere else, and the only way to obtain them is to win their trust. As you can see, they're actually even showing you the mounts in one of these pictures. And they fucking spoil that the sylphs are one of them. Yeah, the sylphs are one of them. I have the Gubu right there, the Gubu mount. That's the sylphs mount. That's actually funny that the tip straight up like tells you which. I mean, it doesn't tell you, but if you're not like, if you're reading it in and you're like, oh well, this has to be one of them. Then the sylphs already are like allies with us. Worthy display of courage, honored ally. May our enemies know that even their precious beacons be not safe from our wrath. But lust for power is not so easily dampered. Until our war is won, I fear we will need to break these infernal altars again and again. See, that's exactly what it is. They're just repeated missions over and over and over again. So it seems the Sacred Ass failed to have the desired effect. Our mystic will be most disappointed. But the Brotherhood of Ash does not buckle at the slightest sign of hardship. We shall learn from this failure and redouble our efforts to concoct a cure. You may yet be the first to reclaim a tempered mind from the abyss of madness. Now, I literally can't do anything else in this tribe until the next day. But, as you see, it's gone up to 30 out of 150. When that hits 150, you get another quest like the first one we did, where we first got, like, initiated into it with Luna Ga and stuff. And then you go into the next one. I think there's 5 levels, if I remember right. We're only on 1. So they take like weeks to get done. Depending on how much effort you're putting into them. So for that very reason, like I said, I probably won't bother showing these over and over again. There's gonna be different ones. Maybe when we get the first one unlocked, like the next one, I'll show those. But even if he has other variations of quests, I'm probably not going to show them on screen again, just because I need to do them a lot. And it's just too much. It's too much to do on recording. Let's go. I also don't remember where you get all the things. I wonder if we get them. Let me go that way. Sometimes, depending on if it's like right around the corner, you can just fly over places you can't actually be. You also don't have to fight any enemies if you keep high enough. Even if they're your level. Which saves a lot. Imagine having to fight all your way all here. Instead you can just fucking drop in and not have to worry about it. Can't land here. There we go. I walked there, but I couldn't land there for some reason. So that's marked off. Before we can do the next quest, we have to, for the primals, we have to do the hard mode. I'm not gonna do it, but yeah. So now there's a hard version of it. The hard version has a time limit of 60. It gives you 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 4 DPS. Limited jobs can participate only in a performed party, so the blue mage, I believe, can't be in this. It's level 50. Your item level, your average item level is 49. There's no, like, apparently explorer mode. I didn't even know about that. Like, this is too hard for solo, to my understanding, obviously, like right off the bat. But I've doing it. So you can do, when you do Duty Finder, if you go here, I think You go up here, you can do unrestricted, and this will start you in a dungeon without, what is this? Revisit dungeon in its completed state, available only for selected duties completed by the player. Interesting, I never even heard of explore mode, but anyway. It will allow you to do other stuff, and you can just, jump in. Apparently you can join in progress as well, but anyway. This allows you to do a dungeon by yourself, if you do unrestricted. And it will keep you above, so like if you're level 100, let's say, you can do a dungeon at level 100 that's level 50. You won't get like experiences, items from the enemy, not your spirit bond. Certain duties will apply special enhancements to the players. Only certain duties allow unrestricted parties. Only the party leader settings are applicable, and vote abandon may be used at any time. However, you still can get like the chest items. So if you're farming something on a low level, like a mount or something from a boss, and you can solo it, you need to do it by yourself. But in order to do that, I have to wait for 7 other people, actual players of the game, to queue in something that is required for that. So if they're not in there, it won't, like, they won't get queued for it. So sometimes that's why it can take forever to get like certain queues. Don't need to do that. I mean, I could jump there and it'd probably be a lot cheaper, but let's go to Gridania. We'll speak to Lewin. I think that might be unlocking a different primal. I also want to see Seeking Solace. That's probably the Sylph's one. Maybe sitting out of the rain in like a swimsuit. Seeking Solace. This has got to be the Sylph's tribal one. Ah, now here is a woman who inspires confidence. It heartens me to see you stride into the adder's nest today, for I have a task of considerable breadth and even greater import. A task that calls out for a competent adventurer. Allow me to elaborate. In recent weeks, my eye has been drawn to unusual movement among the Sylphs, those charming yet troublesome beastmen with whom we share our forest home. In hopes of shedding light on their intentions, be they malicious or benign, I dispatched a young researcher to Little Solace to investigate further. The fellow goes by the name of Voice. Mayhap you have heard of him. It would seem he is rather accomplished in his field. He set out a fortnight ago and has been sending regular reports ever since. That is, until some 3 days past. Though he was quick to assure me that his prejudice, intellect, and survival skills would ensure his safety, I cannot help but fear he has come to harm. Such is my request to you. Travel to Little Solace and inquire as to the well-being of our man. Seek out the Sylph Omixio, who has oft acted as an intermediary between our peoples. Now go in safety and in haste. The forest holds many dangers, these days more than ever. Over here, again, somebody's up there as per usual. Doesn't matter what, my brain stopped working there for a second. I need to talk to Lewin. Lovecraft, I have heard much of your deeds in recent days. Come to lend your strength to the primal investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. Is this... Who was that man in black? Yeah, I think this is Odin. I shall proceed directly to the matter at hand. Though still unsubstantiated, ill rumors stir amongst the townspeople of late. Rumors of a shadow-clad knight who rides in the shroud. Under normal circumstances, I would pay such idle ghost stories little heed. This time, however, we have reason to suspect, but we have naught to gain by rushing to judgment. I would have you go to the streets, Lovecraft, speak with the people, and hear the words with your own ears. Boom, 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 boom. Ghost Knight? Aye, I saw him. Clad from head to toe in armor that seemed forged from the shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hell's-born steed. Mark my words, the trees themselves were quivering in fear that night. I've not slept a wink since I returned. Two of them are over there. What's the other one? Oh, the other one's up. The rebel trader or whatever. This way. Yes, I saw the Black Knight, after which I promptly fled for my dear life. Should you end up in my position, you'd be wise to do the same. I have my pride, but I am not fool enough to cast my life away. Besides, one look was enough to know this is a manifestation of pure evil. Were he to turn that massive sword against Gridania, all of our lances as one could not hope to stand in his way. We're also gonna pick up of the dead or whatever over here. Is that something I want to have as well? Is it this one? The house that built that death built? I think that's what it is. Yeah, we're gonna get both of these as well. As I live and breathe, you're that adventurer everyone has been talking about, aren't you? I take it you've heard about that nasty business down near Isamhar? Surely you've heard the stories of a strange portal suddenly appearing in the ruins down there? Nah, how do I know that? Hey, don't give me that look. I'm only telling you what I heard from the whalers. They say on the other end of it is some sort of labyrinth. The thing is, every time they go down there to map the place, nothing is the same. A mystery, if I've ever heard one. Frankly, I'm more than happy to let it stay a mystery. Strange apparitions, booby-trapped corridors. Going down there is nothing short of suicide. Still, the prospect of treasure is awful tempting. Don't take my word for it, though. Head down to Isamhar and you can hear it straight from the Chocobo's mouth. You're who I need to detective. Aye, don't sneak up on me like that, friend. Forgive me. Ever since espying a glimpse of that ghastly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. I knew the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come. He must be telling a really good story. He's horrified, just going to passing out. She's fascinated. He clearly is too. I'll grab your quest too. Sight to behold. I actually thought I grabbed this one already. As if I'm busy enough to pay it without playing Lost and Found. Oh, do forgive me, friend. Once again, one of our customers has departed without her belongings, and I'm at a loss for what to do about it. While I understand that adventurers have many cares on their minds, it would make my life much easier if they could keep their personal effects in order. But you did not come here to lend an ear to my grumblings. This is the book in question. The face of its owner was unfamiliar to me, but Earl over there seemed quite smitten with her, as with every pretty lass he lays his eyes on. But that's neither here nor there. Might I trouble you to inquire as to the girl's whereabouts? I found the man to be less than forthcoming ever since I spurned his advances. Like, stop hitting on me, asshole. Ah, the sweet little thing with the journal? Of course I remember her. Remember her well, had a smile to warm the heart, and a laugh, a lilt one, you might say, tickled the depth of your soul. And she was most eager to hear tales of my many travels, which speaks to a keen and sensitive mind. Jilly, I believe, was her name? No, that's not right. Jilly was the redhead from last week. Ah, damned if I can remember. You must understand, no small number of comely lasses seek out my company. I dare say keeping all the names and faces straight is an adventure in itself. Anyhow, the girl spoke of paying a visit to Apkaloo Falls before traveling on. Like as not, you'll find her there now, shedding a tear or two at our parting. Do pass along my regards if you see her. She should be readily recognizable in that charming straw hat of hers. Doubt. I doubt you, motherfucker. She probably slapped you. I saw him clear as day, or clear as night, you might say, with me own two eyes. More fearsome than the rider was his ghastly steed. I know not where you've travelled, but I can assure you you've not seen more frightening a beast. One thing I can tell ye, friend, that was no spectre or shadow. Nay, he was as solid as you or me. Hop over here and record our findings. I don't think this quest leaves until you fight the trial, so we'll have this one stuck to us for a while. I could be wrong. I don't remember for sure. Night clad in shadow forged armor, a mammoth sword, and hell's born steed. It is clear now. Our worst forebodings have proven most unfortunate. Unfortunately, precedent. I guess it's multiple quests technically. The Dark Divinity. A ghostly knight atop his baleful steed. He does as I feared. The rumors bear a most inauspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the Dark Divinity. It is my suspicion that the Dark Horseman of rumor is indeed Odin, and furthermore, that this malevolent presence is a primal. And yet, before the god's quiver takes action, I would seek the counsel of one versed in the holy writings. Make for Quarry Mill and seek out Brother Oap. Oap. Pepsi? I have no idea how to say that. I would know what he knows. And be swift, Lovecraft. If Odin is truly come to the Shroud, time is not on our side. I'm busy. I'll get there eventually. Probably be the Lancer one's probably the closest. Roughly the same. The Curiosity. Where the What do we have now? We have 10. We have more stuff we could get if we wanted to. What's a water emote? I wonder what those look like though. This is the voucher that I was talking about. You need 2 of these, and then you can get the swimsuit top and bottom at that other place that in Revenant's Hole. There's other minions you can get here. And this is Odin, that we were just talking about actually. A Warrior of Light. Goblin, Gilgamesh, which I believe, if I remember right, is a boss from one of the earlier ones. It's been a while. Animo. I think some of this stuff was from older things in general. Like some older events, or maybe it was the older game. I don't know for sure. But all of this stuff was there's some new things here that weren't here, like the face stuff wasn't here before. This is the mount, that's the claw, and it literally holds you like by your neck, and it looks like it's hilarious. And of course, there's some music orchestra rolls here you can get. There's a lot of stuff here you can get, and the more you get it, and there's also these that you can get. Like I think I showed these before, but I have 10. It's based on your achievements, so the more stuff you unlock, the more quests you complete, all that, the more you'll have. Also, I forgot about this. You can go up to this dude. What's this? You're able to see me? That's amazing, Koopa. Is this the first actual Moogle we come across? I think so. At this point in time, I think this is the first Moogle. Because the minion I have is a wind-up toy kind of thing. That we should thus meet can surely be no coincidence. And so, to mark this fateful occasion, I shall make you a gift of a magical potion. Fantasia, it's called, and the legend holds that it allows you to alter your appearance. May it serve you well, Koopa. You can get one here for free. That's like a free 10 bucks. Because I think one bottle is 10 bucks. So you pay if you change your character. They do give you enough that you have extras. See, I have 3 there. Okay, with Ironheart. Pardon, I don't believe we met. Hmm? You something of mine, you say? Yeah, your age-worn log. My journal! Thank the 12 in my haste to escape the clutches of that insufferable mutton-monger. It slipped my mind entirely. Might I be so bold as to ask your name? Lily Lovecraft. You have my gratitude, Lily. It may not look like much, but I count this humble diary among my most prized possessions. Its pages brim with tales of the most heart-stirring sights to be seen in our realm, as told to me by the sensitive souls I have met in my travels across Eorzea, tales that have struck me with a most incurable case of wanderlust. As an adventurer, you too have seen the realm, I am sure. But I would ask you, Lily, have you truly seen her? Borne witness to Eorzea in all of her splendor. I'm just gonna say that, because I'm sick of trying to say that word, and I always fumble it. Have you stood on the palm-fringed beaches of Costa del Sol just as the sun peeks out over the horizon, its rays kissing the sands beneath your feet? Have you lost yourself in the night sky of the Segolia, adrift amidst a boundless sea of stars? But why do I even try to convey with the words that which must be seen to be appreciated? To our fortune, whithersoever we wander, Eorzea's beauty is but a stone's throw away. If I may quote from my journal, yes, this is the one. Afore the fane beneath the two that are as one, her divine cup runneth over with light ethereal. Such were the conjurer's words, and I would see as she saw. I saw for myself before coming here, and I can assure you the conjurer spoke true. Indulge me, go there and look out upon the beauty before you. I would hear your thoughts. It's always so funny when there's an event here. It's so decorated right here. And then when there's not, it's just plain. What was it? For the fane, beneath the two that are as one, divine cup runneth over the light. So a lot of what they're explaining here is how to do this, because you're gonna get it unlocked. They don't fully explain. You have looked upon one of Eorzea's stirring vistas, as identified by the explorer Millith Ironheart. Return to the falls and report your sighting. So, what they do is they give you like certain areas, and you go there, and then you look out or like pray at whatever it is. And then that's what happens. You get you get like a check mark off. In the case of A Realm Reborn, I believe you have to do them all for an achievement, and they don't give you experience. You're also required to do like at very specific times, like it's like at noon, facing this way, or some shit like that. Whereas in Heaven's Ward or Beyond, I believe, they're actually very visible. Some of them are hard as hell to get to, but they're very visible, and there is no time limit on it. And they all give experience for each one you complete. And I believe Heaven's Ward you have to be level 50, and Stormblind you have to be level 60. And as long as you are at least that level in a class, you can do them and get the same amount of experience. So that's another way to level up. And I would advise, if you do that, like do it on like a side character for the later ones. But in order to get the expansion versions of these lookouts, you have to complete this one first. And I don't mean complete by finding all the vistas. You just need to get the book. Because each like area has a quest. Like, oh, here's another next lookout. So this is also a very important one to unlock as well. Even if you don't plan on doing the ones in A Realm Reborn, they're pretty easy to do later on. So it's very recommended to do it, in my opinion anyway. Obviously, a lot of this is my opinion from playing. You know, play as you play though. Welcome back, Lily. I trust you were as moved by the sight as I was. The great stone that adorns the entrance to Stillglade Fane is none other than the Sky Serpent's egg, cast down from the heavens by Nofika, the matron so long ago. And those mammoth tree trunks, remnants, no doubt, of a primal forest. What is it? Primeval? Forest. Whence did they come? Why do the two great arbors grow as one? This I do not know. But what I do know is that the realm is replete with such beauty, if only we know where to look. This is what compels me to wonder. Not the promise of power, glory, or riches, but a burning desire to bear witness to all the wonders around us, as wrought by the gods and men alike. Though we have just met, the twinkle in your eyes tell me that we share certain aesthetic sensitivities. It would be my pleasure to gift you with a sightseeing log of your own. In its pages you will find my record of the most stirring sights in the realm, both those I have seen with my own eyes and those I have thus far, at least, only heard of in my travels. No doubt your adventures keep you occupied, but is this not all the more reason to take in the sights as you travel? That both body and mind might enjoy a moment's respite from time to time, and who can say, perhaps you will discover glorious new vistas that have eluded even me. With that, I wish you safe travels, Lily. When you have seen all there is to see, pray return to me. I would like nothing more than to share impressions with a fellow sensitive soul. You have access to the sightseeing log. Yeah. I will get to explaining what needs to be for that, because it's not really a big deal. So they were saying it there too, but there's 20 in A Realm Reborn. I've actually never done all of these. Like one of these in Udall, you have to like jump off of the higher up staircase and land on like a lamp. Yeah, they're like hard. So, there's a couple that are like hard as hell to like aim. But there's also the problem of like it has to be the same. There's one. I remember there's one, and I don't remember where it is. It has to be night and it has to be raining or something like that. And it's like, wow, what the hell? I've never caught the weather there. It's easy because all you have to do is like sit down or something where it is and you're fine. But I've never caught the weather in the day at the exact same time while I'm thinking about the sightseeing log. And I've never completed all Stormblood. I think I've completed all the sightseeing logs in Heaven's Sword, but I never completed all of the logs in um in Stormblood because of there's some that are really hard to get to because it requires you to do a jump from a very high place and it's hard to even get to the high place to begin with for one of them. And so since I knew that one was not an easy one to do, I haven't bothered doing all the other ones. I've done some of them, but not all of them. I probably have more done, I believe, on my main character than I did. I haven't really done them now. But yeah. Is Quarry Mill South? It is. Okay. So I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the Wood Whaler is also near Quarry Mill. So we can go here and about to real quick. So this is where the one is. But let's talk to this dude. I'm sorry, but I must insist that you... Oh, an adventurer, and a rather seasoned looking one besides. On the off chance you're not simply here to gob, perhaps you can lend us a hand? You see, despite the fervent protestations of those Duskrites over there, we cannot permit civilians within the ruins at this time. Capable men and women like you, on the other hand, are more than welcome, that is, if you got the stones for it. Pray seek the others stationed at Quarry Mill. They can apprise you of the details. So we'll probably do an entire like video on this specific dungeon at one point, but we're not gonna mess with it now. I also may or may not do it by myself. I'm not sure. Let's see how it is. Look at his shoes. Oh, I was gonna look at their outfit, but they must have went into this dungeon. Well met, adventurer. I take it you have come to learn of the more recent happenings at Isamhar. The site is of interest owing to the Galmorian ruin. Gomorrah being an underground city which predates Gordonia, in case you were unaware. Any road, a few days past, we received reports from several anthropogeographics that a magical gateway of some sort had appeared in the ruins, and that all manner of creatures were coming and going through it. My men and I were among the first to examine it, and well, it's hard to explain. We crossed the threshold into a set of corridors we'd never seen before, and then suddenly each and every one of us was filled with an inexplicable sense of dread. It was all I could do to take even a single step. According to Kotar, who accompanied us, The ruins are warded with powerful magics that sap the spirits and ether of all who enter, rendering them easy prey for the creatures within. Thankfully, he managed to devise a solution: ether pool arms and armor, which safeguard and channel their wielders' energies, that they might withstand the ruins' magics. Unfortunately, it does little to prevent us from losing our way. Though it beggars belief, every time we have dared to venture into the ruins, we have found the path to be changed. We suspect this too may be the work of an unfathomable, powerful mage. Needless to say, something strange is afoot, and traditional tactics are not like to suffice. Even experienced adventurers will need to proceed with caution. In any event, if you believe you have what it takes to brave the ruins and discover what secrets lie in its deepest depths, you need but say the word. Palace of the Dead, now accessible. You may solo or in a party of up to 4 players. When speaking with the Wood Whaler captain, you will be given the option to enter with either a fixed party or a match party via the matching system. Players will start at level 1 regardless of their current class or job level. Furthermore, only Ether Pool arms and Ether Pool armor may be used when inside the Palace of the Dead. Each floor of the Palace of the Dead is randomly generated, including the placement of enemies, treasure coffers, and traps. Further details can be had by speaking with the Wood Whaler. So this is also a very good way to level up. So if you enter here, obviously I have no scores for any rank, but you can come to any class can go in here, and you actually get experience. So you can go in here and get like a couple levels a run, depending on how far you're into the palace and how high your ether pool arm and armor is. When you die, you start over at level 1. But you're able to continue with any ether pool arm or armor that you've unlocked. And this also, I believe you exchange artifacts. Request the key or forge ether pool. Yeah, okay. You must first complete floor 50. Okay. Exchange the artifact. Okay. Either which way, you can get these stuff from fighting, and then you can get certain things here. One benefit that I would say that's good about this, not counting just the regular stuff, is you can actually get some cool glamour from doing this repeatedly. You can also get because what they say here is you can actually get like and I forget what all of these are. I forget if it's the grip that gives it to you or whatever, but there's a glamour to make your thing like look glowing like it is in the Palace of the Dead when you play it. Also, there is a story related to it, like every 10 levels, there's a little bit of like a hint of a story here. So I'll probably do an entire video on Palace of the Dead once, just to show it off. But I'll probably play it with a class that I haven't leveled yet, so I can get some experience with them. Because you do get experience doing this, and it's actually not bad to get like a little boost. And then once you've seen it, I'll probably dabble with it myself, because I remember I don't remember what the glamour even looks like, but I remember there's a couple pieces of glamour in here that I really like. I haven't done Palace of the Dead since I used to duo it with Striker, my one friend. So I don't remember everything to do with it. Anyway, Yeah, that's you. And you must be the adventurer I've been expecting. Ah, yes, Odin, the dark divinity. Lord Lewin is understandably distressed at his arrival. As one who has read the scriptures, however, I am not entirely surprised. Odin, as the ancient writings have it, rode forth in our world, wielding a dark blade capable of cleaving earth and the heavens. By his fell blade did perish earth herself, countless multitudes of her people. At long last, the great hero of Elag, uh, Alag? I forget how they said it already. Did arise to do battle with the dark god. Odin was slain, and his spirit sealed within a forest spring. For years, this was thought to be Ymir's wives' tale, a ghost story told by mothers to frighten their young ones into obedience. But recent archaeology, archaeological studies at the Pelagian ruins have unearthed damning evidence to the contrary. And now, these rumors. The scriptures claim that the dark divinity slumbers in Earth's fount, deep in the heart of the shroud, where the power of a crystal confines him. I have ventured into the forest and seen the crystal with my own eyes, but this was many years ago. It is entirely within the realm of possibility that something has gone terribly awry, and the fetters of crystal confine the dark divinity no longer. I would send you to Earth's fount to investigate the matter, but be forewarned, your path will not be an easy one. Should any evil spirit stand in your way, this water of cleansing should avail you. Also, now you can see that the Palace of the Dead is listed there. I don't know if it was listed before or if the symbol is there, but you literally know where it is. It's always in Quarryville. Like, Palace of the Dead doesn't move. The dungeon don't move. So. See, we literally can't land here because this isn't ground, but we can go all the way around. Skip everything and go straight to the crystal. We need to use it on him. Wow. Yes, we do. See what I mean about flying is the way to go to do a lot of the side quests. It's just so much more easy. Like, why would I bother otherwise? Over here. The crystalline gull that held the dark divinity in check. Were you able to ascertain what has become of it? The magical energy still remains in this stone, though its power have grown dim. What's more, behold how the stone has been cleaved clear in twain by Odin's fell blade. There can be no doubt. Yes, there can be no doubt as to the identity of our unwelcome guest, and yet it is all most curious. If the dark divinity rides free, why does he tarry in the shroud? Any road, you are to be commended for your bravery, adventure. I like the outfit. Like fingerless gloves and Black nails. Anyway. I would be most grateful if you could share your findings with her as well. Where? That's what I was thinking. So I can't see it. So it is indeed as we feared. The seal of Earth's front has been broken. The dark divinity rides again. Must draft a report immediately. All you wanted to know about Odin. I believe this is the one that actually unlocks Odin's trial or whatever. Your assistance in the investigation has proven invaluable, adventure. You have our thanks. With your aid, I have finally managed to complete my report. A thorough survey of all eyewitness reports, along with the most credible theories regarding the Dark Divinity's presence in the Shroud. I intend to deliver copies of the report to Brother, and Bolord, myself. The Scions, too, will no doubt be eager to learn our findings. I would be most appreciative if you could deliver a copy to Eorzea in my stead. My duties demand that I remain composed, but in all truth, I fear for the fate of our people. Should the time come that the Dark Divinity draws his blade against Gridania, promise me that we can count on your aid. Maybe it's not the one. You know which way? That's Eorzea, so that's gonna be back in Vesper Bay, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's Vesper Bay, so. I think since we've been doing very big ones, we will take our break now, and we will call this video here. We have done enough, we have done enough, side stuff here. I don't think we're technically in, like, any kind of story at the moment, in my opinion. So I think we're good to, end this video here. We've had the last couple last couple have been pretty big because we did the finale and stuff, so we'll end here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. We're gonna do the Sylphs and maybe a little bit more of the main story. Maybe we'll go around and try to unlock the rest of the tribes as well. I'm not sure where they all unlock. I know where they all are. I don't remember where they all unlock, like what starting quest is. But we'll see. I'm assuming one of them is in Limsa, at least. Just like the Sylphs one was here and stuff, but we'll see. Anyway, see you in the next one.